Now this is 3-point perspective worm's eye view. And the worm's eye view is where buildings get smaller as they go upward. And so the vertical lines go towards a vanishing point above. So right here is vanishing point number 3. When do we use 3-point perspective? If you want to create drama, maybe some movement or extreme height, strong depth, or even a comic book action scene might have 3-point perspective, or even movie concept art. So it's definitely where it's a little bit more dramatic. So what we're going to try to do is draw 8 different boxes. And so I have put here, started a few. We have some vertical lines. So we have some vertical lines here. And what we want to do with the vertical lines is make sure that they go to vanishing point 3, and that's going to be the corner. Now sometimes they'll go over here as well, but I think what we'll do is we'll have there's going to be a box here, so this will be 1, 2, right? And then we're going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all the boxes right here. Let's go ahead and get started. And so we're going to take our colored pencil and we're going to put it right here on the top, and we can see that the line is already going back to vanishing point 1. Let's also put a circle on the bottom of this vertical line, and we're going to line this one up to vanishing point number 1. We're going to line this one up to vanishing point number 1. Now you'll notice it's going to go through a little circle right here that I have on this handout. And that circle is where we're going to start the side. Okay, so take another colored pencil, and we're going to put a little dot, in this case a red dot right there. And we'll come back to that in a sec. Now take the top of this vertical line and line it up to vanishing point number 2. And we're going to make it go through that other dot that you can see on the handout. And that is where we're going to make the side of that one. So now that we have the distance for the side, I'm going to take my ruler, make sure the ruler goes all the way up here to vanishing point 3, which is on the top. I'm going to line it up just like this. I'm going to draw a little bit here, and then it's going to go dot, 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 dot. Now what happens if you don't have this handout? No problem. All you have to do to start is you just want to see where the corner is going to be, and you just make sure that that corner is lined up to vanishing point 3. So you put 2 vanishing points here and a third one on the top. Now there's something that we need to do that's very important. We need to make sure that we connect vanishing point 1 and vanishing point 2, and that's going to be our eye level line, our horizon line. So go ahead and draw lines that's connecting those 2 vanishing points right there. That's our eye level. Okay, so we can write eye level here. And since our eye level is low, like a worm, everything we're looking up. It'll be looking up at everything. So now we want to make the other side, and so you line it up to vanishing point 3, like this, and you connect it this way, right? If we were to keep going, it would go all the way up to vanishing point 3. And then we take the bottom, and we go over here to vanishing point 2. Dot, 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 dot. Okay, so let's color in 2 sides before we go on to the next part. I'm going to make this left side blue. You can use any color of choice, but you want to be consistent with it. So I'm going to use blue right here on the right, or the left, I mean, and we'll use the color red on the right side. We'll use red over here, so go ahead and take a moment and color in. like that. And now we are going to finish by drawing the bottom of the box, and wherever they cross, that's the bottom. You can put a little arrow and color that in yellow. Just like that. So now we got to do a few more. Now over here you can see I put the direction with the arrow just to make it a little easier. And the vertical line is going to be right here on the side. And so I'm going to put a dot here and line up my ruler going back to my vanishing point like this. And that's going to be the side number 1. Color that side in there. And then side number 2 is going to be over here. Now for this box, I'm going to overlap it a little bit. So let me zoom in here so we can see. I'm going to overlap this one just a tiny bit. So I have my corner, and I'm going to line it up to the vanishing point number 2. And then what I want to do here is I'll start drawing it, and then right when it hits the side, I'm going to do a little dot, dot, dot. That way it's like you have X-ray vision and you're seeing through the box, so to speak. Okay? So right there, I have my overlapping, and then I'm going to line this part up here to vanishing point number 2 as well. And then I'm going to draw it like this and then go dot, dot, dot. Okay? Now I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so we can kind of see everything. And then I need to establish the side, so I'm going to line my ruler up to vanishing point 3. Dot, dot, dot. And so all of this here is going to be behind this box, which is in the front, but I need to determine where that corner is. So I've got my corner, then I'm going to line it back up to the vanishing point over here. Dot, 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 and then this part. And then I'm going to go back to my other vanishing point and to finish the box. So a little bit of overlapping is good every once in a while to have in a drawing. It makes it more interesting. Okay, so let me color this part in again. So the bottom would be yellow. And I'll just stop right here because the other part's going to be in front. And then on this side, this part will be red. Okay. So we need 8 total boxes for this. What we can do is right up here in pencil, just write that you need 8 boxes. Now right up here, need 8 boxes. We'll need 8 boxes in total. So we have 2. If you want to go at your own pace, you can, or you can just go at the pace that I'm showing you here. You can start here. This is another vertical line that is going to vanishing point 3. I'm going to put a little dot at the top and the bottom of that one. Okay? Put a little dot at the top and the bottom. Now, I'm going to line up my ruler again. making sure that it goes to vanishing point 1. And then I just draw the line like this. And I'll stop it right here. And I think I'm going to stop it so it's in line with this one on the bottom. So it's going to kind of look like these boxes are floating right over the top of the other one. So right here, I'm going to draw my vertical line. Now to find the side of it, also going to do another line here. And wherever it hits, then I just stop. Just like that. Okay? So that one is going to be side A. Line up your ruler. Go from right here down to vanishing point 2, and I'll stop right when it hits the receding line right there. And you can see it lines up real good with this one. Stop right there and then line this part up. Like that. Okay, so now put a dot on the two corners right here, and just like in 2-point perspective, we cross those lines. And wherever they cross, then we stop. Now, it's not going to have much overlapping because actually this is just exactly in line with this one. So not really any overlapping, but kind of it looks like the corner is right there where it matches up. Okay. And we'll just work our way up towards the top. Now everything will look a little bit smaller towards the top because that's what happens in 3-point perspective. It kind of has that extreme view where it makes things look really tall. And we'll try this one next, right here. And so for this one, same thing. I've already started you off with a nice receding line. And so we'll just put the ruler here and do another receding line. Okay. And what we can do, I know I'm going to try to make these boxes all about the same width going up. So I'm just going to go dot, dot, dot all the way up to vanishing point 3. That way it gives me an edge I can follow. And same thing over here. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. And then let's go ahead and color this part in so I can see that's going to be box number 4. Right here. We're going to do the line over here. And stop it right there. Dot, 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 dot. And this one right here. Color this part in. And now let's see if this one overlaps at all. And it will. So take a look. I'm going to line up my ruler from this corner to vanishing point number 1. And it will, this box here will overlap a little bit. So right, I'm going to start to draw, and right when it hits here, I'm just going to go dash or dot, 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 like I had x-ray vision. Then I'm going to line up this next corner right to vanishing point over on the side, and then dot, 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 and wherever they match up, where in this case, it's right here, that would be the back corner, but that part is not visible, is it? So when we draw, or when we shade, I mean, in color, we just stop right here, and that will give the illusion that this box is in front of the other one. And that's what we want to do a few more times. And we have one on the left and one on the right. And we also have a few up here. So it's up to you which ones you want to do first. I might do these top ones first and then the ones on the side. So this top one here, it's gonna go this direction here. And then this direction right here. Color this one in blue. Oh, you know what? There's actually going to be two boxes here, not just one. So let me try that one more time. Okay, so this box here, it's gonna be kind of small, but we're gonna go back to our vanishing point right here. And then this one here. And then color this part in blue. Now, something that's interesting that kind of happens with three-point perspective is the higher that you go up over the horizon line, the more that you can see the bottom of the box. So you can really see that bottom, can't you? Where here you only saw like a little sliver of it. If it was right at the horizon line, then it would just be, you wouldn't see any of the bottom. But you can see how it starts to make it look rather interesting when it's way up there. And then we'll do this one on the side right here. And we can also do this part. Now, it might be better to draw your entire box in first and then color it in, just in case you make a mistake, unless you're really confident. Let me zoom in just a little bit so I can show you what I'm doing. And then we're going to line up our corner to vanishing points, and this corner to here. Now we can color in the three sides. Okay, so we have 6 boxes, but we really need 8. Now 8 is the minimum. You can do more than 8 as well. So if we line up this one, we're going to have a little overlapping. Well, let's try it. So we go like this. Dot, 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 dot. And this one will go over here. And I think that's probably good, right about there. And then we also have to do the other side. Yeah. And this one. And then figure out where you want the sides to be. And remember, it's going up to vanishing point 3. And so we're going to move it over like this. And draw my first line. And I'll shade it in just so we can kind of see it here. And then line up your corner. Like this. And depending on where you want the box to be, this one I'm making a little bit overlapping, so I think I'll go make it right about here. I'm going to line it back up here. And I'll just stop. Okay? And actually, whoops, what did I do? Actually, it goes to vanishing point 3. So right here is where I'm going to stop. And actually, vanishing point 3, not 2. There we go. Like that. So if we get the colored in, it'll look like it's overlapping. So color this one in. So remember the sides, all 3 sides go to vanishing point 3. And then the bottom is what goes to vanishing point 1 and 2. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got a couple more to go. And this one right here. Go ahead and try this one on your own. See if you can make that one overlap. If you don't want to do that one, how would you start a box? Well, again, to start it, you just draw the corner, and you can go anywhere you want. You can see this corner, it still angles to vanishing point 3. This corner to vanishing point 3. You could start one over here, right? If I wanted to start, let's say I wanted to start another box right here, I could do it. I could just draw my vertical line like this. I could do one right here, because that's dot, dot, dot going up to vanishing point 3. So if I started it here, then the top and the bottom would go back to VP2 over here, wouldn't it? So there's lots of ways you can do it, but we got to have at least 8. So try a couple more on your own. Let's say you wanted to go on this side. All you do is line up this ruler to vanishing point 3, and wherever you feel would be a good spot, let's say right here, I could just make a vertical line right here. And then the top and the bottom would go back to the vanishing point, okay? So you need at least 8 in perspective. If you want to do more, you can. You could do up to 10 if you want, or 12. You could also make it go out to the side. And we can see on this example here, this is another example on the right here, how all the corners could line up going one direction or the other. So that's another option for you if you wanted to do it. All right, so keep going. Try to put in another box. Let's say I wanted to try that where I have another one going out. How would I do it? Well, I just line up this side right here, you can see, to my vanishing point. That way it's the same. And I can make this one a little smaller. So in a sense, it almost like extends it down, doesn't it? And then if I put one here, go like that, and it can just keep on going. So let's say I wanted to make a few more in this direction. I'm just gonna first put the dotted lines, the receding lines, and then let's say I wanted to put the next one right here. I would line this up to my vanishing point 3. That would be the corner. That would be the corner. And then just go to the top and the bottom. Top and bottom go back to my vanishing point. Here. Here. Then the side, line up vanishing point 3. Right, so that's the neat thing about this is you can kind of take it in any direction that you want, which I think is kind of neat. And then right over here, vanishing point 3, maybe this one I'll lower it just a little bit this way. I could go either direction, right? Now this one I'll lower it this way. Right here. Now this one, like that. So by changing the scale and the size, it's also helpful as well. All right, this one I could color in if I want. Here, another one. All right, so 3-point perspective, worm's eye, looking up. Make sure you have at least 8 boxes. Make sure that all of the vanishing points are going to at least, or I should say all of the angled lines are going to at least the vanishing point that it's slanted towards. So this one is slanted towards the left vanishing point, so you can see them going here. This one to the right, and the other one's vertical. Vertical lines, vertical lines, vertical lines.